Hello, hello. I just hit the record button. Let me make sure that you can hear me before I get started on today's topic for Wealthy Sundays. Um, I haven't figured out quite exactly what I want to call my Sundays, though I can hear myself perfect. Because, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that at the end of last year, in 2018, I decided to I guess start a mission. And I'm on a mission to empower at least 10 people to become debt free by 2020. There's so many different ways you can do that. You can start your own business, you can go into network marketing, you can do Forex. There's so many different ways to do that. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you part two of a video that I did regarding Forex. Now, the first part was talking about parabolic SARs, what they are, how to tell, the trend and potential ways to get out. I got really excited and finished a little too early, so I'm following up with part two in this video. So if you want that first one, please be sure to let me know, send me a message, or leave a comment down below. Just say part one, and I'll be sure to get it to you. So let me go ahead and share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. All right. So this is a chart that wasn't too much change from the last one. All I did was add, oh, I forgot to do that. Sorry, my bad. So I'm adding in Screencast-O-Matic because this is what allows me to zoom in for you as well as draw on my screen. So thank you for your patience. I am working on remembering to do this before I get on my lives. Today was not that day. All right. So all I really did in this particular chart is I added these horizontal green lines throughout the chart and kind of changed the different sizing of these different places. So why did I do that? So like I said yesterday, these parabolic SARs, which are basically the way that I have them, orange crosses, I showed you in the prior video exactly what to do to change that, sizes, colors, etc. But these are the parabolic SARs. They tell you the trend. So as you can see, this trend was going up. This trend is kind of going down, but it's really more of a consolidation, right? It's more of a rectangular shape. So consolidation phases basically mean continuation, meaning the market is in harmony and it's going to go out of harmony. So it's either going to shoot up or it's going to shoot down, right? So it's going to have some type of trend or some type of trend other than horizontal or consolidation. So why do I have these on here? Well, like I said, in my prior video, I had totally forgot. Hey, Robert, thanks so much for joining. I had totally forgotten to share some of the additional information with you, such as how to actually determine your stop loss, how to determine potential to take profit. And before we get started, let me remind you that I am not a licensed financial advisor. Past results do not guarantee nor dictate your future success. I'm simply sharing with you what I'm learning on my journey to utilize Forex as a profitable additional income stream for myself. So I'm simply sharing with you what I'm learning. You can do with this information what you will. Please speak with a licensed financial advisor if you're not sure. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, I have these horizontal lines here to indicate where you could have seen something was going to be happening. So on this middle bar here, this is actually called the MTTFA fast. This is an indicator that one of my mentors has graciously provided to his students. So if you want this, please let me know. But it basically converges like 21 different indicators in one or something, some crazy number, I might be wrong on that, but a lot of different indicators in one. And so this first one right here is relevant to this one. Now, how is that possible? So when it hits these extremes in this particular bars, right, it's an indication that you might want to be getting in, possibly even getting out of your trade. So this one's saying it's green. Well, it was in a downtrend before. You can see this, right? Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. You can see that the price action was in a downtrend. And when this turned green, it started to go up and started to go into an uptrend, right? So that was the first indication that this was changing and you wanted to either get out of your sell and get into a buy or something along those lines. So let me go ahead and actually also do this. Let's get rid of this right here because this is not relevant to what I'm sharing with you right now. All right, so that's the first thing. The second one was right here. Well, it's not here and it's not here. So what was I seeing here that indicated that it was going to be a buy? It's because of the hole, right? Now, what is the hole? It's an indicator saying what is changing in the price action here. Hey, Joseph, thanks so much for joining. So when we see, let me go ahead and erase this and get a little bit closer. And I think I need to move this over. Oh, if it'll let me. Oh, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Okay, my video is a little delayed, so I'll just keep going and hopefully you can see what I'm looking at. So, like I said, this line right here is showing that the hull, which is this indicator and this indicator, that the first one turned green. So what does that mean? It turned green because this smooth one right here, this top one, this is a time wave convergence or something. I don't know. The technicals really don't matter with this indicator. Basically, it's telling you in the current time frame on the chart, the change in price action is going up. So that was the second indication that things were changing. All right. So that would have been at this candle right here, right? That candle right there. Okay. So the third one was here. So there's nothing really indicating here on this panel or on this panel, so it must be with the MACD. So let's go ahead and look at that. Hey, Bryant, thanks so much for joining. So we can see, I hope you can see, that the third indicator is actually right here, right? Because we see that the MACD cross actually happened. Blue is now on top and going up. Red is on bottom, so this is an indication of a buy. So this is 3 indications on your chart that this is a buy. This is coming out of your sell, going into a buy. You probably want to get in. So if you were here at this time of this trade and you saw all 3 of these indications, let's say that you got in here, okay? So you were a little late to the party, but that's okay, right? Because if you had gotten in there, let's say that you got at the top of that one, and you rode it all the way to, let's say, here, the top of this one. Maybe not quite there, but we'll cover that here in a second about what's going on. Hey, I hope I say this right. Lanaqua? Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope I pronounced that correct. So why did I do that? So like I said, there were 3 indications at this point that this was going into an uptrend. So maybe you stayed in, maybe you got out here, but whatever the case may be, you could have potentially pulled in 19.7 pips. So 19.7 pips, let me just go over this really fast for those who may be brand new to Forex. Depending on your lot size, depending on the potential currency pair that you're using and the leverage, you could potentially have earned $10 per pip, okay? So if that were the case and you took this trade over here and you got out because you saw that it had flipped or this one had flipped or some other indications told you to get out, or maybe you stayed in and rode it up a little bit higher. Regardless, whenever you got out, let's say you got out here and you earned 19.7 pips. At $10 a pip, that would have been $197 in 4 hours. Most people can't make that. Let's see, 197, let's just round that up, that'd be $200 in 4 hours, so $50 an hour. Most people are not making $50 an hour. Now, obviously, results not typical. Past results not guarantee nor dictate your future results. I'm simply sharing with you what's possible when you learn this skill set, because this is a skill set that was not available to most people until about 20 years ago. Okay, before the age of the internet, before the ability for you to be able to integrate with something like this, which, by the way, what you're seeing right now is free, right? Up to a point. You know, Only people who had like $1 million just to drop were able to even do this, and they had to be actually at the trade houses. So this is a skill set that people right now can start learning to pay off some bills, to pay off student debt, to replace their current income. The opportunities are endless, but you have to learn this skill set in order to be successful. Just like getting a college degree, just like, getting a job and learning the skills on the job, right? You have to, if you want to do something, if you want a life you've never had, you have to do something different. And maybe this looks a little daunting to you. Maybe this looks scary. Maybe you think you have to do a bunch of math. I promise you, if you can follow instructions and you can listen to mentors and be coachable and teachable, this is something that you can teach your children and you never have to be a salesperson with. I mean, that's pretty freaking awesome. Am I right or am I right? So thanks so much for watching. Oh, wait, let me make sure I covered everything before I hop off. Let me know if you have any questions below. So I talked about the walkthrough. I talked about MACD. Oh, one more. So one of the other benefits to actually learning about this skill set is there's something else in this this diagram that is telling me that it's not too late right now to get in on this. So like I said before, we have a a sideways moving market right now, and it's actually forming what's called an ascending triangle. And so let me bring this up so that you know that I'm telling the truth. Investopedia, a ascending triangle, like you can see here, it's considered a continuation pattern, which, like I said, it is in a continuation pattern. We see that it has this, where that white line is, right? So where that white line is, that's basically the top of our continuation pattern, and the bottom is basically down here, wherever that, whenever the menu starts, right here. Okay, so this space right here is about where this continuation pattern is holding, but we see that it's going up and it's flat on top, so it's an ascending triangle. We see that it's the end of a downtrend, right? So the downtrend is right here, downtrend, right? And now we're in continuation, and you can see, that's maybe not the best color, so we'll just scribble it like that. It's flat on top, and it's an ascending triangle, right? So yet another option or opportunity for you to say, hey, this is probably going to go up. I'm going to make an educated decision on this, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to, risk this much percentage and blah, blah, blah. So again, that's all based on your trading style. That's based on your level of risk and all that good stuff. So, hey, Wesley, thanks so much for joining. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So yes, that's what I wanted to share today. Thank you so much for watching. This was part 2 on Parabolic SARs, which is the base of one of the team that I'm, excuse me, let me back up. So like I said, I'm part of an educational system, and if someone has tagged you in this, please contact them to get started. But I'm part of an educational system that not only teaches you about how to read the charts, about how to use indicators, but it also provides you with strategies that people who have their own success, their particular level of success, are able to share with you so you can avoid some pitfalls, right? So if you want that information, reach out to the person who shared this with you, or if you're watching it from my personal page because you're one of my friends, reach out to me. and I'll show you what we're doing and all that, because this is the core of one of the strategies that we're taught, something called bounce back strategy. If you've heard of this before, maybe red light, green light, what's actually really cool about this is that the people that I'm learning this from are actually providing their own insight on it and allowing you to just make better decisions, right? Learn how to minimize your risk and maximize your ROI. So thanks so much for watching. My name is Cassandra, aka the Daily Wealth Ninja. Hope you have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.